You have a right to be upset, John.
Thank you.
I don't know, I don't think I need a microphone. I heard somebody's eardrums. First of all, I don't want to hear anybody calling people's names. That's not what this is about, and I'm very upset that that happened, and I think it's rude, and I think it's not right. Now, also, the second thing I want to say, excuse me, you had your time. Excuse me, you had your time to speak.
6 months you've had to speak. It's our turn.
That's right. Second of all, there are people that are in favor of them all, and call it fluff, call it what you want. But we will have a chance to voice our opinions. My opinion is just as important as yours, excuse me. And I am in favor of them all, and I am in favor of keeping taxes down in Mawa. And just because you say there's fluff and a group of people don't want something, you don't speak for the entire town.
Let's do me a favor, everybody can just stay on task. Let's ask questions,
Let's get it
and we'll move on over this.
Children,
Yes.
no more fighting, no more bickering. We will act as adults. Would you like to have the
Yes,
floor?
it's,
You will be kind.
I will be kind.
Okay.
I'm a kind person, but I live in West Mall and I don't want the mall in my backyard. Anyway, my question goes back to the health insurance. You can't hear me? That's news. Okay, the health care issue upsets me very much. That, I'm paying for the township employees and their families to receive health care benefits and pensions. I am a breast cancer survivor, 13 years, and I work. I've raised my family, single mother. I haven't had a mammogram or an ultrasound in 4 years. I have no health insurance. Breast cancer does a lot to your body. Chemotherapy ruins your bones. I have severe osteoporosis. I can't afford medicine. I have no idea what my blood levels are. I know nothing about my body right now. And I work 65 hours a week. My employer does not supply 65 hours in 2 weeks. My employer does not supply benefits, supply me with health benefits. I recently was concerned about my health with a rapid weight loss, and I went to charity care last Friday with Valley Hospital. I make $400 too much a month to get full charity care, and they told me I would have to pay 20%. And with my health condition, that would be devastating because of the tests that I need to have done. So I have two choices. I can either cut my hours back and make less money so I can qualify for some kind of medical care and not be able to pay my bills, which I can't pay now, or I can continue to work the hours I am and pay a phenomenal amount of money for an enormous amount of testing that's due. I would like to know how many employees are included in that pension and health care package that they're getting. How many employees in Mawa receive that kind of benefit?
Thank you. There are 171 full-time employees in the township of Mawa, including council and mayor.
And what about the police?
That includes the municipality. Then there are retirees who collect. So there are 208 total employees that are on health care.
And what would you suggest to me on how I can?
Can I answer that question?
The where?
Bergen County has a...
That's what I'm talking about. That's where I went.
Meg, please answer your question.
Bergen County has a program called BVMI, which is the Bergen Volunteer Medical Insurance Agency. It's out of Hudson Street. It's in the Bergen Cap building. And if you go in, there is a program there that they do have that has doctors that come in and that provide health services and medical insurance and coverage for people who fall within, they call it donut hole, which is someone who makes not enough money and basically, and they say too much money. I would love to talk to you about it afterwards. It is a fantastic program. Becton Dickinson, Medco is involved with it. There are a number of doctors. Michael Azara is the head of it, who used to work in Valley Hospital. He is a tremendous asset. I can tell you that there was almost 4,000 patients that were seen in Bergen County last year due to BVMI. And it's something that I think is an underutilized asset that we have at the county, and that's there for people like yourself that may have an issue. But I could talk to you about that after. But BVMI is something that you can look at on the website and bring it up. And I'm sure if you see it, that I think it sounds like something that would fit what you're looking for.
We only have time for one or two more questions. Thank you, Freeholder.
I have a family to support.
Hi, my name is Sue Stetler, and everyone's been talking about taxes tonight. Everyone's been talking about taxes tonight and reducing taxes and money. Money doesn't make us happy. When I moved to Mawa, I moved for a lot of reasons, but I moved here for the quality of life. It was away from the madness. And all I hear everyone talking about is money. I want to know what will happen to the town and what everyone plans to do to the town to make it a lovely place to live, so at least we have some kind of tranquility and safety. Now, the mall, I'm being told, may help us with taxes, but I just wrote down a number, and it was lower than my figures. John mentioned $520,000 equals 1 cent, reducing the municipal budget. So according to that, it's like if we get the mall and we get the 2.3 million, it's going to be 5 cents out of the municipal budget for a taxpayer. So I don't think that's going to help us. But then what happens, it was mentioned that Friday night traffic isn't going to get any better. When we have a mall, we're going to have Friday night traffic every day. What can the town do if this mall goes through so that the town isn't ruined between the traffic and the crime? There's a lot of other issues, the flooding, but those are my two main concerns. So what power does the town have left, and what would you do, all three candidates, to help with that, since we're not going to have a big rainfall of tax revenue coming in? What's going to be the benefit, and how are we going to preserve our life and get it back to normal?
Well, first of all, you're going to see $6.75 million minimum in traffic improvements. There's going to be an extra lane widening on Route 17, which will make it better. There's been meetings already with the DOT, Congressman Garrett's office, the governor's office, trying to get rid of the crossweave. And I'm hoping within the next 3 to 5 years we can put something together for that. I think those two things right there will make the traffic better most of the time. Once again, on a Friday night, no. The other alternative people have spoken about is another striker to be there. If it was built as zoned, it would be 5,000 cars at 8, 12, and 5, Monday through Friday, all at once, as compared to a retail establishment which has a higher volume of traffic all day, because it could be upwards of 20,000 trips as compared to 15,000 trips, but it would be spread out over a 12 to 14 hour time frame. So actually at any one peak hour, there's less traffic. Also, that's accounting, that 20,000 cars, is that every single car is a new car. It doesn't say that you're already on the road going to the movies. And instead of going up to Palisades or going to Paramus, you go to Mawa. That doesn't say that you're going to go to Interstate to go shopping, and you're going to be on the road anyway. It doesn't say that you're already on the way home and you're driving by Route 17, and instead of stopping in at A&P or A&P ShopRite, you stop in at whatever store might be there. So that's basically my answer.
I think the key, if the mall goes in, is planning, and that would be at the planning board level. The traffic, I don't think there's much you can do about it unless the government steps in and fixes the weave, and that means working with New York State. We tried doing that 10 years ago. It didn't work. They said they didn't have money. New York didn't want to cooperate. As far as the mall, everyone knows my opinion on it. I don't think it's going to lower our taxes. If the mall gets built out, and I don't know what time frame it could be 8 years, it could be 10 years, and we only get a percentage of the rateable as they build, I don't know what problems, because we really haven't looked into it. We haven't done our own traffic study, we haven't done our own impact study, we had our engineers look at what was provided to us, but I don't think that's enough. I think we needed more information. And one of the things that really disturbed me was when 400 people come out and beg a council to listen. All they had to do was put that on hold and go to a vote of the people, a non-binding vote, to see how the people felt about the quality of life of their town. If they want it, fine, then let's plan it right. If they didn't want it, the vote wouldn't have been there and we wouldn't be in this position now. I really believe a council has to, when 400 people come out, one man was crying. He was actually begging. Does a taxpayer have to beg their council to listen? I don't even think that's what you people are about. The government's begging, right? We're begging the government to listen to us down in Washington. Do we have to do it in Mawa? I think that was wrong. And that's one of the reasons I ran for mayor, because I don't want any resident to ever, any taxpayer have to come, whether it's one taxpayer or 100 taxpayers or 400, whether they were for the mall or against the mall, to beg a council to make a decision. They could have held it off and had a vote to see how the people felt. And if it was for it, let's go for it, let's build it right, let's plan it right, and let's make it a show place. If they didn't want it, let's find something else and be creative. That's how I feel.
I was about to say something, and this is going to sound weird, but I agree with absolutely both answers that were just said tonight on this situation. I think that we have, when we talk about traffic, best case scenario, there wasn't a developer around and we left the property the way it was. You're still going to have that traffic on Friday nights.
But it's going to be
Because
worse.
that's not, I'm talking best case scenario, because the issue with traffic really is the weave. And I know that our council president sat down very recently with the Department of Transportation in New York and the Department of Transportation in New Jersey to try and sit down to figure out a way to fix that weave. Now that weave is really the crux of our traffic problems. Now forget whether the mall is, whether the mall is there or not. We don't know. Lisa's right. A true traffic study was not done.